and get their drama. All right. I think she is here. Hold on, Momo. Let me see. All right, Mo, is that you?
Hey.
Hey, girl. Okay, so yeah. So it's her. So y'all hear Monique is here. So she's about to explain her situation. Now I'm going to let you cook and I'm going to let you talk, but you already know how I feel about this damn Titus. But go on.
You know, like, I haven't really been online addressing, like, a lot of the stuff that's been going on because it's just, like, for what? Like, people go think what they want to think. Okay, that's fine. So it's like, I don't even know, like, where to really start for real.
Okay, well, then I'll ask you questions then.
Okay.
I'll ask you questions. Okay. So the fact that he said in his jail confessional, the fake fainting thing, because it almost came across like he was still trying to allude that you did that on purpose. You faked it. Mm-hmm. So you're saying that he called you the dumb bitch part because of that. And also what? What was his reason for calling you the dumb bitch?
Okay, so that day, first of all, he knew that fainting was serious, right? So we talked the whole time. I was in the hospital, like, so he did, you know what I'm saying, like, check on me and, you know, ask me am I okay? But because cameras wasn't allowed in the hospital, they didn't get that part. So
okay,
he basically, well, when I came home after leaving the hospital, I was already aggravated because it was like they still was trying to film. It's like, I just got out of the hospital, like, leave me alone. Like, I'm aggravated. I just want to rest, like, you know. So he on the phone, like, he hearing me, like, going back and forth for production. So he just kind of like, I don't know what's going on, whatever. So they left. So we on the phone. So he was just like, is this too much for you? Like, you let these people, like, overwork you. Like, why do you sit up there and let them control, like, when you could eat and when you could drink? Like, it's irresponsible. So, you know, he just lecturing me about that. So that's when the whole dumb bitch comment came up when we was arguing that night. So I just, like,
you guys were arguing. So there was an exchange when he was saying don't let them control you and stuff. So what were you saying to him in the process before that came out of his mouth?
It was more so like, I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed because I had to get up early the next day. Mm-hmm. So after, like, he was just like, you know, you a dumb bitch. You just let them tell you what to do and yada, yada, yada. And, you know, basically telling me, like, it's my fault why I passed out. And a lot of people are saying, like, they don't understand, like, how I passed out and there was food at the table. Let me explain this scene to you. So it was hot as hell outside that day. We sitting outside. So, mind you, we were supposed to film directly at the restaurant at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I didn't eat breakfast because we're going to go film and eat at the restaurant. But we didn't end up getting to the restaurant until, like, maybe like 2 in the afternoon. So we got there. We filmed the scenes first before we eat. So they got us sitting directly in the sun. It was hot outside. So they like, okay, we're finna give y'all shots. And I'm like, I don't want to drink yet because I haven't ate.
So you had shots.
Right. So we had shots and we start having mixed drinks. So then they was like, okay. And so I'm sitting there arguing production, like, I need to put something on my stomach. Like, I'm hungry, like, you know, all of that. So they're like, okay, well, we finna wrap up this scene and then we can eat. So we put our food orders in. So they was like, okay, we finna wrap this scene up. We finna film y'all walking out. Once y'all walk out, just come back in. Then y'all can eat. Which is why I left my phone on the table, because I knew we were coming right back to eat. So upon filming the exit scene is when I fainted inside the restaurant.
So the food was there, but they literally had you go out and show that scene before you guys even had a chance to eat, but you had alcohol in your system already in that heat.
Yes. So they was like, we just gonna film the exit scene, like y'all leaving the restaurant, and then we go break for lunch. So we could eat off camera. That's what that was.
So then you really hadn't had any food at all until the day before.
Exactly.
And you were probably dehydrated on top of that. So that makes sense why you fainted.
Exactly. So that's what I'm like, I don't understand why these people putting these videos out like there's drinks and there's food on the table. Yes, but there's food on the table. But do you see the food has not been eaten yet?
Well, I was thinking also, see, I couldn't really tell if food had been eaten or not. But again, you mentioned before that you were on one of the weight loss shots. And one thing that I mentioned before with, I don't know if you ever saw 1,000-pound roomies with the two black girls who were roommates, but one of those girls, she also was on a weight loss shot. And she had a moment where it was almost like she had a stroke or she could have fainted herself if she stood up. And I was thinking, those shots, when you reduce your calorie intake that much, like, does your body go into shock or something like that, where you're not really eating that much and it could potentially make you sick? So I was thinking maybe of those lines, because of course that's the whole purpose of the shot, is that it reduces how much you can eat. So, but it does make sense, even if somebody, who is pretty fit and is 120 pounds with a six-pack, literally hasn't eaten all day in that heat, and then they have liquor on top of that, hell yeah, they not gonna feel well. Some people may have actually vomited. You know what I'm saying? Never know what's gonna happen. So that makes sense. I didn't think that it was, a lot of people I know felt that way, but when I saw it and played it back when we first saw that actual episode, I said, I kept playing it back. It looked like you actually leaned back, and some people thought you tripped. And I said, no, she looked like she was going backwards. So yeah, that's what it looked like to me. But of course, everybody's going to have their opinion on the situation. But what you're saying now does make sense. However, it still don't give him a reason to call you no dumb bitch.
Right, I get that part. And I can tell you this much. He has not called me a bitch since that day.
Monique, I don't like the fact he called you a bitch, period.
I don't either.
Like, this. At the end of the day, disrespect is disrespect. So the whole point is that if he can just be so quick out of his mouth to say that, that's why I had thought that you called him one too. You heard you say that word before. So I was like, did she say that? And you told me, nope, I wouldn't say that to him because you wouldn't come at Titus that way. So I was like, okay, fine. So the fact that he said that, I don't like it. Now I understand that people can get into arguments, but to go that far, there's no reason for it. Now, did he apologize to you and they edited it out? Like, did he apologize to you?
He did. That's why I was a little irritated when I was watching the episode yesterday, because I'm like, why they didn't show the part where he apologized? Because it looked like I just accepted whatever he said in that moment. So it's like, it's a lot of things that I see while filming this show. Like, I swear to God, you will film things one way, and then when you see it on TV, it be something totally different.
Yeah.
And it's like so much stuff is being left out. I feel like a lot of the scenes are not being shown. A lot of dialogue that's being had is not being shown, and it's kind of frustrating because it's like, why you leave out the part where he sincerely apologized? That's what's insane to me. But
I already told you, and I think you're true to this at this point. Production is going to do whatever they can to get their ratings and to get.
Yes, and I get that. That's why I'm not even really throwing tantrums after every episode. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Like, they gonna do what they gonna do. When I sign a contract, it say they could do whatever they want to do with the footage. So whatever. Like, right.
So your sisters, they're still in Chicago, correct?
Yeah.
So is this situation genuine for them, where they want you back in Chicago, or like what is really their deal in this situation? Because who's the oldest out of you two? Out of you three?
Me, but they treat me like I'm the youngest.
Yeah, they really do. Because I literally, half of the time when y'all be talking, I'm thinking Monique is the youngest, but you're older than both of them.
Yeah.
So what are they thinking about this situation?
I mean, honestly, like, I really didn't tell my sisters when I was moving out here until like it was set in stone. Like, once I paid my rent, my security deposit, all of that, because I didn't want nobody to talk me out of it.
So, let me pause. Because you already know I'm gonna keep it real with you. Why didn't you want someone to talk you out of it? Did you feel like what you were doing was a little crazy and you knew that somebody was going to say, what the heck are you doing?
Well, because nobody knew I was talking to somebody in jail. like when we had got casted for the show again, like a lot of my friends, a lot of my family, like they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know about Titus.
So why didn't you want to tell them?
Because they knew too much about my last situation. So I kind of wanted to keep this to myself because it was going good at the time.
Gotcha. Okay. So, all right. But you know what they say, when you want to hide it from the people that you really care about the most or love the most, is because you feel a certain way about it.
Well, I can honestly say before my mama started watching the show, she really was open to like giving Titus a chance. Like she was like all for him, and you know, like she was open to meeting him. Like, cause she didn't care nothing about my last situation. She was like, I don't want to meet him. I don't want to talk to him. Nothing. Like, you know. Mm-hmm. But this situation she was open to. But once she started seeing
the show and saw the dumb bitch, and then what happened?
Yeah, she was just like, you need to, you know, she wasn't feeling that. She not feeling him on the season.
I don't think any of us, and looking at my chat, a lot of us aren't feeling him in this season at all whatsoever. My thing is this, because we've had vulnerable conversations in DM or even on my channel, and it sounds like a pattern. You argued with the baby daddy. You argued with the last one. This one is arguing and calling you out the name. Like Z is saying, we just want better for you.
I get that part. But what I'm saying is, we don't argue all the time. They just happen to capture one of the arguments we had, like, on TV. But if I really thought that, okay, this is going to be another repeat of last season, or this situation wasn't gonna look good, I would have never agreed to do another season. So that's why I'm just kind of like, the way the shit is looking to what it actually is going on in real life, it just don't really match up.
Well, so you're saying this is totally opposite. What we're seeing now is totally opposite of who Titus is off camera.
What I can say is, he's not as bad as people try to, well, I ain't gonna say try to paint him out to, but because he's shown crazy behavior, but we really do have good moments. Like, we have a good relationship. It's good. But it's just not,
you don't sound too confident.
because it's not reflecting that on TV. Like that's what's aggravating. And it's like, and then people were saying like I was faking a faint to meet his family or whatever. It's like, I've met his family before. I met his family before we started filming. I'm not avoiding anybody. Like, I'm not avoiding none of his family members. I was just around his family just the other night watching the show. So it's not like that at all.
Okay, well then let me ask you this then, because I think you've already explained this, but since you're on the live now, let's talk about it. His baby mama situation and how he said the baby mama doesn't know about you or the situation with you. Remember, he said that, I think, in the last episode or episode before that. What's going on with that with his baby mama?
She's nothing but just that, his son's mother. Like, and I know people find it very hard to believe. It's literally no drama. Like, she knows her place in his life. I know my place. They co-parent. He's a good father. And it's nothing about like he going home to her when he get out. Like, none of that's going on. Like,
so why didn't she know about you? I think he said that
she knew he was in a relationship, but she didn't know that he was in a relationship with Monique from Love After Lockup. Because when I asked him about it, he was like, the way they worded the question to him, they made him repeat it back like that. Like, oh, say she don't know that you in a relationship with Monique. But she's always known he'd been in a relationship, because she had an option to come on the show. She talked to them and she chose not to. So if it was a situation come with them, I don't see why she wouldn't get on and be like, if it was something other than a baby mama, baby daddy situation, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it would have been a throuple situation.
no,
like
it would have never been a throuple situation.
Well,
It was just gonna be like us meeting each other.
Well, I'm saying that if you're saying that if it was a situation like that between them, why wouldn't she want to be on the show, right? That's what you just said.
I just feel like if an opportunity is to where, like, okay, he came to you and said, hey, I'm finna do this show with my girlfriend, because this is how, like, when you cast for the show, they speak with family members, friends, and all of that. They wanted to know, like, okay, how was your past relationship or whatever. He told them about it. He was like, the last relationship was with my son's mother. They're like, okay, can we talk to her? She agreed to talk to them. So she told them, like, yes, I know he's in a relationship, whatever. She explained, like, why the reason they broke up, yada, yada, yada. Then afterwards, she was just like, she didn't want to participate. Like, she don't want to sit down and meet with me. And that was it.
Gotcha. Okay. Have you ever met her, though?
I never met her.
So you've never had a conversation with her, never met her?
Never had a conversation, never met her.
Okay. So you believe what he tells you about that situation?
I mean, why wouldn't I? Like, I find it very hard to believe he will be carrying on 2 relationships and having both of us around his family if he's leading both of us on. Like,
well, I mean, we've kind of seen that on the show before, but at the same time, he's still he's in prison. He's still, when is he getting out, by the way?
He's supposed to get out hopefully this summer, because he has to do halfway
2026. This 2026 summer.
Yeah.
Well, because I mean, I don't know. I just feel like these dudes in prison, they have multiple connections with multiple women, because it's not like you can be available 24/7, and they have multiple connections. So I don't. It wouldn't shock me, because I'm gonna keep it real. It wouldn't shock me if he was still talking to the baby mama in some kind of way.
I mean, if he is, he just better hope I don't find out.
And let's not go. And I'm sorry. Let me also explain that cousin of his who said, "What's an apology? They're just words." That cousin is in cahoots with him, in my opinion.
You know what? Jamal is cool. And the thing about Jamal is he will hold Titus accountable when he's wrong. Like, even off camera, like he does that. His family does that with him too. Like, if me and him like have a disagreement about something, or we not talking or whatever, and if he's wrong, they will definitely tell him and let him know. Like,
so
like what the whole episode with the dumb bitch thing.
Why are you saying apology is just words?
He said that?
Yes, he said it on the show, looking dead at you. He was like, "What's an apology? Is it just words? Crew, help me out." Did he?
And I was like, "Oh, that's all he got right now."
I think he said something like, "That's all he has right now." In other words, that's the only thing he can do is give an apology, because he in prison. I think that's what you kind of implied after he said that. But yeah, he said, "What's an apology? They just words." And I'm like, "Sir, huh? What?" So, and the way the cousin came in, but that's why I thought, I was like, is this a setup scene? Because he was almost smirking, like he was about to laugh. Like he knew he was about to come into your house. He knew he was about to set that whole situation up and leave.
No, so what happened when he came over? Okay, so I had Titus blocked. So clearly he was trying to call me. I wasn't answering the phone or nothing like that. So I don't know. I don't think he knew we were still filming that late. Because again, I wasn't answering the phone or nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
So I think, that's, and then, we had security standing outside the house, so they trying to figure out, because he knocked on the door, we were still filming, like nothing else supposed to be going on. So he had knocked on the door for real. So they like, who was that? I'm like, who was that? So it was him.
Gotcha.
So they had mic'd him up, and then that's when he came in and we had the whole conversation. But yeah, nobody knew he was coming. Nobody told him to come or nothing. That was Titus' whole thing.
So you think his family would not protect him even if there's multiple women? You thinking that his cousin and them wouldn't protect him?
I feel like if there's multiple women, where are these women? You saw how last time how women was so thirsty to come out the blue to make themselves known or whatever. Like, I've never had that happen like with him. No female came into my DM. Nobody said nothing to me. Like nothing. Like it's been times where I tried to set him up with a fake account. You know what I'm saying? And he don't do that. Like he blocked me. He blocked my fake
okay, so wait, Monique telling on herself, child. Monique just said she straight up set up a freaking account, a freaking thirst account to try to see if Titus was gonna bite, and Titus blocked her.
But look, because he was telling me, he was like, yeah, these, because he'll tell me, he'll be like, look, this female, he like, this girl just hit me up or whatever. I'll be like, what's her name? And then I look it up for him or whatever. And I just be like, I'm finna block, because it'd be like females that's following me or females that be inboxing me trying to be cool with me, like, that be trying to hit him up or whatever. So he'd be like, I just be blocking them. Like, I don't be having time for none of that shit. Like, they just be trying to be messy. So I'm like, okay. So I let some time go past. So I made a fake account or whatever. So I messaged him like, hey, so you want to show, like, you handsome, can we get to know each other, blah, blah, blah. Then he blocked the account. So I'm like, okay, cool. He ain't lying about what he be doing.
Okay. I mean,
yeah.
I don't like him. I just like, it's just something I don't like it. I just don't like them.
Well, just continue watching. We're not going to be on next week. We're going to be on the final 2 episodes, which we filmed so much. So I don't know how they go fit that in the last 2 episodes. But hopefully they end up putting in the good parts. But
so there's some bad parts potentially.
No, I feel like the worst of the worst already happened. Like,
Okay.
But yeah, so just continue watching. Maybe y'all minds will change about him. But
so you plan on
next week, but we'll be on the last 2 episodes.
So you plan on staying in Cleveland until this man get out?
Actually, the way I'm feeling, no. I hate being out here. I'm tired of being out here. I mean, I just re-signed my lease to January, but I honestly don't think I'm gonna make it to January being out here. Yeah.
So you plan on potentially leaving? Are you going back to the Chi?
No, to Texas, because I was originally supposed to move to Texas before coming here, but it just so happened I found a place out here before I found a place in Texas. So this was never supposed to be
family
like
in Texas or people you know in Texas?
Huh?
You got family or people you know in Texas?
No, but I know people in Texas, but I just feel like every time I go there, it just feels like home to me. Like I feel like I belong there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good feeling to have.
Yeah, I feel like I'll thrive out there. In Cleveland, no, like I hate being here. I don't like it.
Child, I'm shocked that you even decided to even get close to Cleveland after all of the BS that happened the last time. I don't care if you in the suburbs in Ohio, period. Like I wouldn't even be close. Oh, and that's another thing too that you may want to discuss. Because I was like, how is it that Derek was in the Ohio penitentiary system for so many years, and Titus seems to be about that type of lockup life too, and they've never crossed paths? Because I was thinking, do they potentially know each other? Do you want to explain that situation if you want to?
Well, they never crossed. Well, just say my ex.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. Your ex. Go ahead.
They never crossed paths because my ex was in the feds for like 10 years.
Okay.
And then he did 2 years state. But they are rival hoods, if that makes sense.
Like the Crips and the Bloods?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Okay, so in other words, because he was in the feds, and then Titus, I'm assuming, is state. He's held up in the state facilities.
Yeah, they never cross paths.
They
No.
never cross paths. Okay. And they don't know each other, or big homies know of each other, and no, they don't know nobody. No crossing paths at all.
No.
Okay.
But his family like know of him, obviously, from like seeing the show and stuff like that. But you know,
not actually from Cleveland, though.
They know of him, but they didn't know much about him, if that makes sense. Like,
oh, so they knew of the ex on the street level or just around town before the show even took place.
Just because like they rival neighborhoods or whatever, so they just knew like, okay, he's from that side of town, and that's pretty much it. Never crossed paths, never.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well,
no,
okay.
He's not a gang member.
You got people that said, "Come down to Texas." No, you'll love it here. So they talk about come down to Texas.
I know.
So yeah, but so I mean, Chicago and Cleveland is not that far. You moving further and further away from your family. So I mean, what's that like? Your sister's gonna end up moving out there eventually, I guess, and follow you.
Yeah, my sister was actually thinking about moving to Texas too. So
okay.
But they never want to come out here and visit me. They be telling me to come to Chicago. They're like, it's nothing to do in Cleveland. I don't want to come out there.
I don't blame them. If I had to choose between Chicago, I'm going to Chicago, especially to eat. I love Chicago food, deep dish, all of that. So yeah, so I don't blame them. But yeah, no, definitely. Okay. Well, any other questions, you guys? I feel like I kind of circled and asked all of the questions about the cousin, about him, and I still don't appreciate him calling you that. I don't care. It is what it is. I just
calling me what?
For Titus calling you a dumb bitch. I don't like it. I don't like it. Like at the end of the day, disrespect is disrespect. And I know, just like for any woman, there is a man out there for you that is going to love and cherish you and wouldn't even dare come out of his mouth to call you that. Even if you called him that, he would just walk away from the situation because he cares and respects you that much. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that, and to me, it's also a way to kind of to aggravate the situation, almost as if he wanted to make you even more upset. I don't like that. It's very toxic to me. But that's my opinion on the situation. And it seems like a couple of people in the chat are also agreeing. I just don't like the way that he came at you. But again, it's your life.
I don't know why either. Like, I think that was just a bad day, and especially it makes it seem like our relationship
it's no excuses. We're not doing that.
No, what I'm saying is it makes it seem like our relationship is just that, like disrespect and toxic. We don't have a toxic relationship. Like, we actually cool. We get along. We know how to communicate. I just think we both was overwhelmed and just had a bad day that day. And that's not me making no excuses for him saying what he said, but that's not how our relationship really is.
Okay, well, here's one more question. The question is, someone's asking, why continue to date inmates?
Well, this is the thing. People think all I date is inmates because they saw me on the show for a second time dating a second man in jail. So it's like, of course, y'all are not going to see the dates that I go on with free men or the free men that I do communicate with. So it's not that I only date men in jail. That's the only thing that y'all see because I'm on the show.
Gotcha. But you've been committed to this guy for how long?
It'll be 2 years in April.
So during the 2 years, have you been dating free men?
No, I've been committed to Titus.
And this is why we have a problem, because we want you to date free men who are going to be available to you outside whenever you guys, you know, if you want to go out on a date, he's available. You want some loving, he's available. You want to go to church together, he's available. So
but the thing is, I wasn't connecting with the free man. between the relationship from my last relationship till now, that time in between where I was dating free men, it was like I just wasn't getting that mental and emotional connection. That's what I be wanting. Like, men on the outside act like they don't know how to talk. They act like they don't know how to hold a conversation. They act like they don't know how to be men.
Well, you know why? Because the ones in jail, that's the only thing they can do is hold a conversation. They ain't got nothing else to do but to hold a conversation. But
Yeah.
could it just be that do you find yourself being impatient when you try to date outside in the free world with free men, and you get impatient and you just go with what's comfortable with you? Maybe you just need more time. Maybe you do need to move to Texas where, you know, there's just more men available.
I'm very impatient when it comes to free men. Why? I don't know. But I will block somebody in a minute or ignore somebody in a minute if they just not doing it for me. I don't know why, but if this relationship don't work out,
go to free men.
This is definitely the last man in prison y'all gonna see me on TV with.
Well, the fact that you have more patience with a prison man versus a man who is free, that may be something that you need to open up and look into as to why. And we've talked about this, just kind of, you know, because I appreciate the fact that you're peeling back the layers, that you're talking more about your trauma. You're talking about things that definitely affected you in your life. I think the more that you continue to do that and work on yourself, you'll be able to answer those questions as to why it's just you have so much more patience and tolerance for a guy who's in prison versus a guy who's free.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be something that, you know, you definitely, you know, will have to figure out. But I'm not feeling so far this situation. I was just like, oh no, like, oh, over that. That's why I kept saying, oh, and remember I kept saying, Mo, you sure you didn't call him that? You sure you didn't call him the B word? You was like, no, I didn't call him that. I'm like, so what made him say something like that? He has to, it sounds like he has a short fuse, a very short fuse.
He don't have a short fuse. He just felt like he just felt like I was allowing production to get me sick. Like, how can I, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just felt like I didn't have control over the situation.
So you trying to say he was being protective over you in that situation? No, he wasn't. Here's the thing, Monique. You are an adult. You have dealt with production before. We have all had moments where we get so busy that in our just normal lives that we all forget to eat. It happens. I have definitely had those moments where I felt sick, especially when it's hot and it's humid as hell. I haven't been drinking my water. We all have those moments. We sometimes forget to eat. I don't think, I mean, at the end of the day, production definitely it can be very tiring. It can take a while to film and everything else, but you know, it happened. It happened. It was not that serious for him to try to say that and make it seem like the reason why he's so frustrated because he feels like you're not taking control over production. Production is taking control over you. To me, that's just an excuse for him to just say what he said. Like, at the end of the day, it happened. It is what it is. You fainted. Thank God you're okay. But anybody at any, you know, and the healthiest person in the world, that can happen to anyone. That can happen to a child, anybody. That can happen to him. It can happen. So for him to go that route, I don't know if he was frustrated because you hadn't seen him in prison yet and he was frustrated, which, by the way, I don't know if you can answer that question. Have you went to go see him in prison yet?
I cannot answer that question right now.
Oh.
Which it amazes me because when he would have his interviews and stuff, like they just send him questions and tell him to answer them over video visit or whatever. But it's like, Titus knew why I have not seen him in those 4 months. But when the season is over, like I said, I'm going to address a lot of things.
Okay.
That I'm not able to speak about right now. But he knows exactly why I haven't seen him in 4 months. Like,
so then if that's the case, if that's the case, then his ass shouldn't even said that you owed him an apology because you hadn't seen him if he already knew the answer to that. Because that's what he did in this episode. At least the way that it's edited, he said, well, you want an apology, but I feel like you owe me an apology. Why haven't you come and seen me yet? Well, if he already knew the answer to that, what apology needs to be given if you already know the answer on why I haven't seen you and it's a legitimate answer?
Exactly. That's why when I be seeing some of the things that he be saying, like in his interviews and like when we be talking on the phone, I'm like, why would you say that? And you already know the answer to this. You already know, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on?
And that's why I don't like them. That's why I don't like them. But that's all right. That's all right. Because one day I don't know if Titus is the one, but I feel like when you move to Texas, if that happens, you're going to find you a good, strong Texas man to take care of you, honey. Now, okay, they asking, Lord Jesus, I hope you not do it, but answer the question honestly, Mo, if you can. Do you send Titus money?
Not as often.
You send him money though? You send him money?
Like directly, or do I put money on his books?
That's the same thing. He gets it, don't
he? Yes, I do.
How much have you sent him, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know, but I don't send him money every week. Like,
he has a family. Why they ain't sending him money?
His family sends him money also.
What does he send you, Monique?
I get gifts, cards, edible.
What kind of gifts?
Like, he's romantic. He just made me like a cute little beanie the other day and sent it to me. But yeah, he do sweet stuff. He do edible arrangements, cards.
But you sending him money. Let me ask you this: if you stop sending him money, what do you think the response is gonna be?
He'll be fine. He has a family who's been there for him his whole entire incarceration. It's not like he only solely depends on me.
Okay, but do you have to send the money? I would say no.
I don't have to if I don't want to.
I say keep your money in your pockets. You have to move soon, don't you? You said you're trying to move to Texas. All of that money needs to stay with you. Don't send him no money, Monique. You ain't gonna listen to me anyways. I know you're not, but don't send him no money. If it's real, don't put no money on his books. He got a family. He also got a baby mama. They should be able to sit up there and put money on his books.
And they all contribute. Everybody helps him out.
Okay. Well, so, you know, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that tough love. We just want you. The next story, the next chapter, we want Monique happy with a free man who's willing to spoil her, because the reality is you want a man who's gonna put in the same effort that you put in. That's what you want. And at the end of the day, that's what I think anybody who's just not evil and a hater will want for anyone. That you want the same mutual relationship and mutual love. You want that. And at the end of the day, you deserve that with a free man. Not a man in prison, but a man who literally can.
But Titus does not have a life sentence. Titus will be out in about 6-7 months.
So what that mean?
I feel like I got it in me to hang in there. Like, unless something drastic happens to where it's like, okay, I ain't gonna stick it out. I mean,
but you say you talking about moving to Texas.
I am. And
he moved to Texas, or he got to stay in Ohio with his probation?
I mean, if that's what he got to do, that's what he got to do.
So you gonna do a long distance, you in Texas and he in Ohio?
I mean, if that's what's got to happen.
No,
like, I'm just not happy here. Like, I think I will feel differently. Like, if he was out and we'll be living our life together, like, okay, cool. But it's like, in the meantime, I'm out here by myself. Like, I don't do nothing. I don't go nowhere. Like, I feel like that's where, like, when I was in Chicago, like, I was really focused on myself. Like, I was on my weight loss journey. I was losing weight and all of that. I feel like once I came out here, like, my focus on me stopped. Like, I picked up a lot of my weight. Like, I stopped, like, doing the things that I was doing in Chicago.
That's not good, Mo.
I know. So that's why I'm like, I need to get out of here. Like, I don't really have no support here. I really don't enjoy being here. So if I had to I feel like putting myself first is going to Texas like I want to. And if he comes to Texas and if our relationship make it during the long distance stage, okay, fine. But right now, I just need to do what makes me happy. And at this moment, Cleveland is not making me happy.
Yeah, but I also feel like maybe you need to regroup back in Chicago with some loved ones there and regroup that way and get yourself back together, your health back on track and everything, and then move to Texas. But let me ask you this really quick, and then we can get off because I don't know how busy you are. You mentioned that it's hard for you to be your true self because when you're your true self, you always get burned in the end, and so that's why you keep your wall up. Is it possible that the best way for you to have control of the situation and keep your wall up, keeping that wall up so you don't get burned, is to have some type of distance in a relationship, like someone in jail? Is that your way of protecting yourself to a certain extent?
I don't know. I don't think I really thought that deep into it, but I can say what in my past, as far as like relationships, like it never really got too serious. Like, for instance, like the situation with my child's father. We went to high school together. Like we was like really good friends. Like, we started off as friends and then we just started messing around and then, So I made sure like I wasn't in love with him. Like it was just like we just had a cool situation.
Have you ever been in love?
No.
Is it because, again, like I'm saying, you feel like you can't be your true self and your walls are up? Because the thing about having a prison situation is you can control it. It can be very controlled. If you don't want to talk to that person, you don't have to talk to that person. They can't come knocking at your door. It's a very, so I wonder, again, is it because you feel like you've never been able to be your true self? And that's why you say you have your walls up. You've never been able to true self, and this is why you kind of pursue these type of relationships. That may be something that you may want to think about.
Probably. But to answer T question, she said I think the long distance because she doesn't feel he'll like her in person because of her appearance. First of all, it never gave like I was insecure about the way that I look. This is what I don't understand about people and some things that they be saying about me being insecure about my weight, my size, or whatever. If I was so insecure about my weight or my size, I will not be on national TV. I would not, because an insecure person wouldn't do that. That's number one. Number two, people that know me in real life, no, I'm not insecure. I'm not insecure about my size. I know I'm a plus size woman. I've been a plus size woman my whole entire life. So it definitely don't give that. I never have a problem getting a free man at that. When I go outside all the time, even before the show, men approach me all the time. Still approach me to this day. It's never a problem getting a free man.
But you throw them away like dental floss. You said you it's like you be like, okay, yeah, it's a done deal. Like you lose patience with them. So and maybe because you just haven't found the right one. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the case. T says she's not saying it to offend you. I don't know if you see her comment.
Okay.
She says she's not saying that to offend you. She's just, thinking if that's the case in general. I mean, again, I appreciate the fact that you are breaking down some of those walls. Now, I don't know how many walls you have, because again, there's a lot of things that can happen in life. But the fact that you're talking about some of the things that you refuse to talk about, like the first season or whatever the case may be, like I told you, I feel like you look happier. You seem to be very relaxed. And it's not because of Titus. I just think that you are getting more comfortable with talking about things that you maybe felt uncomfortable talking about before.
I'm just in a different mind space. Like when I first did the show, like I said, like I wasn't my best self. I was very insecure. I was very unhappy. I was miserable. I was going through a lot of shit within that relationship. Like, so I was defensive about everything. Like everything I was combative about. You know what I'm saying? It's like now, like I'm much more comfortable within myself. Like I have more confidence. And it's like I don't mind talking and telling my story for real. So it's like people could assume and think what they want about me, but at the end of the day, like I'm still going to do me. Like people could hate Titus all day long. I love him. That's my man.
Your man, your man, your man, your man. I mean, look, at the end of, like I said, we have definitely had these conversations. Monique is still gonna do what Monique is gonna do. That's just
yes. People should know that about me already.
Yeah,
I don't even listen to my mama or my sisters. Like I'm the type of person, like I have to experience it and see it for myself in order for me to get it. I'm not gonna leave my man just because y'all said I should leave him. Or because my sister say leave him.
And honestly, no one should do that. And you got to make your own decision in the situation. However, I just do know just from past situations, you tend to make a lot of excuses for things that are not normal or should be normal in a relationship.
And you know what? And I think that's why now people could say I didn't stand on business with Titus, but I did. It's just a lot of the shit was edited out. But when I feel like, okay, cool, I'm feeling disrespected or whatever, you get blocked. You have no access to me. He damn near lost his mind when I blocked him. That was like one of the first times that I blocked him. And do you think he called me a bitch after that day? No, he has not.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I appreciate you coming up here. You're always welcome to come up here. Monique is gonna defend her man, honey, because let's be clear. I already told her this is not a shock to her. I already told her I didn't like him. I didn't.
But you know what? I so wish I could say so much more, but I'm just keeping it cute and just only talking about what's been seen on TV. But after the season is over with, I'm definitely yes, because it's like I've been keeping it cute about a lot of shit. As far as like, I ain't even gonna say like our relationship, but it's like even as I spoke on the baby mama situation a little bit, but it's like I've been trying to keep it cute. Y'all ain't been seeing.
So you got more. You got some more stuff about the baby mama. Oh yeah, look.
It's like y'all ain't even been seeing me in the blogs because I've been cool. I ain't been talking about the show. Like I just been,
And you usually would be in the blogs. But I'll tell you this, because I know you're gonna do it on your own page, but you welcome here to air it out too, honey. Because I feel like I'm like this baby mama situation. I don't know, honey. I don't know. But like you said, and you can't tell us, I guess, if you go to see him or not, you can't speak on that. But once this season is over, now my question is, are you thinking about love after lockup? If you're still going to stay committed in this relationship, if he gets out summer of 2026, are you considering love after lockup?
I mean, that's what they're expecting and hoping for, but we don't make this season, so it'll be next year.
So it'll be 2027.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's something that you guys have talked about. So you are possibly still considering that once he gets out to do another season.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, look, crew, you heard it from Mo, directly from her. At the end of the day, it's her man. No matter what our opinion is, she's saying kiss her butt. She gonna do and ride out with her man. But again, compared to what Monique we saw in the first season to now, I'm telling y'all, this is growth. For those who don't remember Monique from the first season, baby Monique used to get into lives and be ready to go off on everybody. She'd be like, let's go. Let's talk about this. Who is Chris Nicole? F you, Chris Nicole. She didn't care. But now it's like I said, it's a totally different Monique. And again,
who is this Z person? Is this a regular person of yours, or is this like a new troll? Like, who is that person?
Z has been here. I've seen Z in my chats before. What is Z saying?
2 years in a fake relationship is wild.
Will you be support? Well, I think Z also said some positive things too. I think Z don't want you in this relationship. I think Z don't want you in a relationship. Because for her, I think, yeah, I've seen Z before. I mean, the reality is that for the most part, people want to see you happy, Monique. And you may feel like this version of happy right now is good, but like I want to see you where your man knocking on your door being like, all right, baby, let's go, let's take a trip. You know what I'm saying? All right, baby, let's go, let's do this. Or baby, you know what? I got your rent. This, you know, we got each other. Like that's what I want to see. And I think what everyone wants to see for you, because you can't get that with these men. Like you just can't. So I think at the end of the day, you definitely want that type of unconditional, loyal love that you can put your walls completely down and be able to just dive into that relationship. I think that's what you genuinely want. You just want to make sure that you have a man like that that's going to hold you down like you hold him down. And I just don't see how realistically that can happen with a man that is in prison. But you can definitely get that with a free man out in the world, especially in the heart of Texas. So maybe you'll find that man in Texas. Titus is gonna be like, who is this Bia telling you that she don't like me? I don't care, Titus. I don't care. I'm just saying.
I'm a player for him sometimes because he be wanting to know, like, because I be telling him, like, I'll be watching, you know, a few people reviews or whatever. So I'll tell him I'll be watching yours, and I think her name is Sass too.
Mm-hmm.
So I be letting him listen to it because he don't be wanting to listen to like all that negative shit for real.
Yeah, I just and I'm gonna say it 10 toes down. I don't like that he called you that. I just don't. But you know, don't forget to hit the like button for me, please. Thank you, Leo, for saying that. But yeah, but at the end of the day, I know you come in and you pop in and live sometimes. I'm sure sometimes you just don't say nothing and you be listening, but you know, you always.
If I come in, I'll speak. I'll definitely say something.
Okay, well, look, you know, you're welcome to come up at any time. But I think I saw Z. It's not all. I think you think it's trolling, but I think Z said something also like we want the best for you. I think Z said that earlier, so don't think that Z is just completely like rah 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 about that. But I think genuinely everybody in here is saying they want the best for you, and none of us like the fact that he called you that. I mean, it just is what it is.
I get it. He knew. Even his family told him, like, you know, that wasn't a good thing. You know, like, you are definitely not going to get any good feedback from saying that type of stuff. So he knows, like, he knows. That's why it hasn't happened again. But I think hopefully when he gets out, y'all will be able to see him for what he truly is. Like, instead of just listening to phone calls and stuff like that, y'all be able to see like how we interact with each other. And
well, hopefully, but again, even if you guys are on Love After Lockup, again, production has control of editing, and at the end of the day, ratings is what matters to them.
And that's fine, but it's like I also need to feel the connection and for myself. Like I don't care what the other people think, but it's like I want to know when he get out, like what it's really gonna be like. Like because they can't edit that.
So you do understand that your connection right now is not really a connection. You have to feel that sense of what it's like in person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at least you know that. At least you know that right now this chemistry is a limited chemistry. It's just talking on the phone, doing video chats, and like I said earlier, that's all they have is their mouth game and their, you know what I'm saying, what they say, because that's all they can pretty much do when they are in prison. Now, someone asked one question, if you want to answer it or not. They asked, do you love yourself?
Of course I do. Now, do I forget about myself sometimes? Yes.
So you
do I put myself to the side sometimes? Yes. But do I love myself? Yes.
So you self-sacrifice sometimes, or do you feel like you self-sacrifice and self-sabotage sometimes?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
See, that's a very, very honest answer. I appreciate that, because a lot of people do that sometimes. They don't even realize they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very honest answer. But that's the last question. I see. No, he's not out. Titus is coming out. She says summer of 2026. That's why she cannot do Love After Lockup this year. If they're going to do it, they have to do it next year because he doesn't get out until the summer. So that's the thing. And I also don't want him to use this situation as a come up either. You know what I'm saying? Love after lockup, love during lockup. He's still getting some camera time. So I don't want
But
him
it's
to.
like, how often do these men like really come up off the show? Like let's be honest.
Because I'm about to say, is it, he ain't no rapper, is he?
No, he doesn't rap.
Okay.
Nothing.
Well, I think a lot of times what people's goals are is to stay on consistent seasons. That's a lot of times what they want to do. You got a lot of these couples, they'll try to continue on season after season after season as much as they can because they're getting money off of it. And anything they're trying to promote, they try to promote it while they're on the show. So I think that's typically the ultimate goal. But then you also know at the same time, some people, fame is the ultimate success to them. Being on TV is the ultimate success for them. So it may not necessarily be money, it's just the attention part of it. You know, so, but you know, look, at the end of the day, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. But again, take care of yourself. Like you said, I don't like the fact you're saying in Cleveland, you just kind of you got off focus of yourself, and you know, because you were really on a health journey in Chicago. You were
Yes, and that's why a lot of people don't feel like I lost 100 pounds, because it's like when I got out here, it's like I gained the weight right back.
And literally, I remember when you used to do like those workout videos and stuff,
Yeah.
you used to post them and everything. Why can't you stay? Can you not stay on the journey there because your doctor was in Chicago and you can't transfer the doctor or something?
Well, actually, as far as the medication, I was getting the medication through like a partnership, but my partnership with them expired. But the thing is like, okay, I don't live in Cleveland, but I live in a suburb of Cleveland. So it's like, I don't like going out by myself out here because,
Right.
especially from that one situation that happened when I was out at the bar with my friend and my ex popped up with the police. I don't have time for the drama every time I go out somewhere. So since that situation, I do be cautious.
Gotcha.
And I don't like being out by
But
myself.
there's like different activities. Do you still have somewhat social anxiety?
No, I don't.
Because I think you said that before at one point you had social. Didn't you mention you had social anxiety?
Yeah, before I did, yeah.
Because there's like meetup groups and things like that, things that you're interested in and stuff like that, where you can probably connect with people that way, or like even going to like, you know, exercise classes or something like that, just to get out and just be in that type of environment that should be hopefully more isolated, just not, you know, like a bar or something, but like meet up to do certain things that you like, you know, groups that go to the movies or, you know, things like that. Maybe you can get into one of those.
Yeah, actually, Jamal just introduced me to his coworker's girlfriend. She just moved out here from Chicago, and I love Chicago people. So we just exchanged numbers.
Connecting.
Huh?
So far you've been able to connect with her?
Yeah. We just started talking like the other day. So I'm like, okay, cool. I got another Chicago girl out here. Like, we go click.
But Jamal is Titus' cousin, right?
Yeah, that's his real blood cousin. Yes.
Yeah, I need for you to make connections outside of getting connected through people, his people. I need for you to just step out of your comfort zone and maybe just start meeting people based off of the efforts that you're making, like meetup, like groups and things like that, where you find a meetup group, sign up for it, and go out and meet people on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Just so then that way it's not connected through an affiliate of Titus. It's all you. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So even though this girl may be a great person for you to connect with, but make your own connections too.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I'll be trying.
But it's, you know, you can definitely sign up. They have like meetup. I can send you some stuff too. They have like different type of meetup groups, and especially ones that are connected with like females only that are generally trying to find friendships and they're new to like a city, different things like that. I can send you some information like that also. So yeah, I think, you know, I think when you do that, you'll start to see that any city that you're in, you can see the positive in any city that you're in because you're connected with folks. You know what I mean? So I think that's what it is. You're kind of isolated because you don't know anyone. And like you said, you don't want to get caught up in another situation like what happened before.
Yeah.
So yeah. But all right, Mo. Well, with that being said, I know you said you was doing your hair. Was you doing your hair the whole entire time we was talking?
No, I was done with it. Which
Oh.
I don't even know why I did it, because I'm about to lay down and go to sleep.
Wow. Well, with that being said, because one thing about it, girl, you can lay some hair, child. I don't understand how y'all do it, and y'all do it with such precision and such ease, because I can't do it, but you know how to lay some hair. But with that being said, girl, we appreciate you coming up. Definitely come back. You said you're not going to be on this episode, but then the last two. So there's only 3 more episodes left.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only 8 episodes.
Yeah, I guess Love During is a shorter season. Like the episodes are only for an hour,
Got
and it's only 8 episodes. Rather, like I think Love and Life are 10 episodes, an hour and a half. So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll definitely, once the season is over, definitely come back. I know, like you said, you'll do lives to explain certain things that's going on, but definitely let us know what the tea is, especially if you have seen him or not, or hopefully we're going to see it on the show, if you actually seen him or not. At least they won't be able to go in, but they always have that scene where they at least meet you. The cameras go to the front of the jail and you can go in, and then 2 hours later you're coming out. So maybe we'll see that. I don't know. But with that being said, you guys, thank you for listening, because we've been on here for almost 2 hours at this point. Monique definitely dedicated a good 45 minutes to an hour of her time explaining her side of the story. Whether you like it or not, she explained her side, and it is what it is. So with that being said, you guys, Monique, we appreciate you. You know I appreciate you. Thank you for coming up, and I'm about to wrap this up in a minute. You got any last words? Anything you want to say?
No, that's it. I appreciate everyone in the comments. I understand y'all want what's best for me, but just support me on my journey, y'all. I'm just trying to figure it out.
We all trying to figure out life right now, girl. Life is life, and so we totally get it. But all right, Mo, well, definitely you have a wonderful evening.
All right, good night.
All right, good night.